Okay, I got these spokes all lubed up, so I'll get glue on them. So the whole bottom row is in, and half the top row is in. So what you do is you figure out which way is going to be easier for you. So you want to make sure on these ones here, the lower one just drops down out of the way, and the upper one you just go 2 over and make sure it's where it belongs, 2 over, make sure where it goes belongs. And see, this one here's where I left off at, so you just put this one right in this hole right here, it's fine. When you get this top one up out of the way, the lower one here can come right back up and go right in the hole like it's supposed to. So you just go this direction here, and all the spokes are going away so they don't dig in. If I rotate the wheel the other way, the spokes will be, these spokes I'll be digging in, turning under and being a problem. So you just do them like this, boom. Next one's over here somewhere. It's pointing the wrong direction, so I gotta bring it back around the right way, but anyway, something got mixed up on me a little bit. So I'm just correcting them as I go. And stick them in. We're now nipples. Okay, so we're doing, those ones go up underneath out of the way, the top ones come back up, go where I left off. Screw it on about 1/8 of an inch, 3/16 all you need to do. So you skip that one, go to the next one, which is way over here. So this one you gotta kind of bring it around. There you go. Force it a little bit. Get where it belongs. Stick it in. Skip that. Skip one, go to the next one. This one's right here. It's already laying right here. Not swirling it like it goes. Does not like that nipple. Try a different nipple. That works a lot better. Okay, skip, go to the next one. That one's already done. Okay, so that's 30 of them are all in there now. Now we just got to come around and pick up all the other ones. Now we got one going the wrong direction here. So this one should have been going that way. So now I got to undo all these spokes here to get this one going the right direction. So somehow these things got twisted around on me a little bit. No biggie. Let's take these back out. Right now there's no binding, so that's a plus. Pull that one off too. And just pull them all out of the way. Okay, one had to go that way, it was this one. This one over here is the one that has to go that way. So let me make sure I go the right way. Yes. You go that way. This one here is going the wrong way. So it's got to go around the other direction. Okay. This has to go on top of it. So it's just like weaving. If you're doing weaving. Okay, so now these two here are going to be in the way. Pull these two out. I've spoken to that one, and she goes where it needs to go, right to there. And that one's in. Now just come back and put in all these ones I took out. Just do them in the order. Do the top row first, and come back and do the bottom row. Skip that, that one's already in, we're done. Okay, now we got to pull over here. This one here is one that's out. That nipple ain't happy. Okay. Let's see if that nipple likes this one. Doesn't like it either. That might be a bad nipple. Okay. Let's see, what's not done yet? Okay, this has to get back over to here. that spoke, that one goes over that one there goes in. Okay, and this one's free to go in. If you gotta force it, you're probably doing something wrong, so just back up, find out where the bind is. Get the weave pattern back where it's working for you. Should be good to go. Okay, so now I'm back to where I left off. Got all the spokes going the right direction. And that one nipple is not happy. Okay. Now if you go this direction, these spokes are going to come out, but it's not a big deal because they're all tied up under there, so they're not going anywhere. And everything's lined up where it lines just right back up. Pull the spoke out. Bring it over and it's right where the hole is. Put the nipple in it. So I recut the rim to the right angle so there's no binding on that either. So everything's fitting pretty nice. Even though this rim wasn't made for this application, we made it work. And we'll keep it dry. I don't think I missed any of them, but use a little more lube on that one. There we go. I keep it in my pocket upside down so it warms it up and goes toward the top of the bottle. 4 or 5 bottles in my pocket. Really have enough to go all the way around. Okay, and this is the last one here, I think. Hopefully. Yep. They usually give you 1 extra nipple, which is a good thing because this is the one that's bad. Okay, double check, make sure everything's in there. No binding. This is free to float around a little bit, not much, because it's got some movement. So it looks good. Oh, get off my knees, they're starting to hurt. Flip it over. Same thing, no binding. That means the hub's kind of centered in the rim because it works either way. Drop it up. You can move it back and forth that we have. And we got a little bit up and down also. And there's no binding. Key is no binding. So now what you do is you go in here and tighten all the nipples up a little bit. You should pull it nice and straight. So always look for the hole. There's my hole over there. Always start where the valve stem hole is. That hole right there. In this case, that has to do with the writing S too. Okay, so we're going to tighten all these up until they're flush. And we'll see how this thing pulls in. If everything's good and square, it'll pull in nice and true, pretty damn close. So you have to spend a lot of time dicking around trying to make it true. If everything's right, like this one turned out to be, it goes in quick and easy. Now you can either use your screwdriver or use your fingers. For now, the nipples are nice and free, so I'm just going to use my fingers. Just go until you're flush. We're starting to get tight, so I think I'll back off to 1 thread. We'll leave 1 thread showing. Once you get halfway around, you'll find out how much clearance you actually have. So I'm starting to get tight. We've got 2 threads showing there. There's 1. 1 thread's getting tight. starting to get a little tight, so pull in a little tighter. This one over here was also. We're 180 across right now, so this is where it's going to let you know where it's going to want to be at. So this spoke over here is becoming tight on every one. So this is the direction it's fighting us a little. Sharp edge on that thing. Chrome buildup or something. Well, these are polished, they shouldn't be chrome. Now don't go extra tight on a loose one, just go until you get to your same number. Stop when you get to your one thread. This one's already tight. This one doesn't want to go one thread, it's two threads, that's enough. If it doesn't want to go, don't force it. There. We're almost back around again. And last one. Okay. Now it's got tension on it, it's not riding around like it was. There's still loose spokes in here, but it's also got tight ones in there. So now when you look at your hub, it should be still pretty true. So you look down the rim here, and you see where your edge is right there, how far it's recessed in. You go like that and you kind of get an idea about where it is. It's about a good 1/4 inch in. You look at this side over here, and you bring it around until she's flush. So see, it's a little bit over 1/4 on this side, about 5/16 if you look at it. So you come around until you just see the edge disappear. And you look all the way on the other side, and you can see the rim over here. We're kind of in the edge right here. So that's where your edge, and go all the way in like that. That's the depth it stays in. And you can see this is almost flush here, so that's your distance. And this one over here, this bulge is sticking out a little bit past the edge. So I'd say we're probably pretty close. This might be recessed in a little bit further on this side. So that's a pretty good indicator. Like I said, usually I just true these things up with these flanges are true to our rim. But you go in the service book, it'll actually tell you where it belongs. And this bike here, I'm just going to mock it up and roughly true it. And on my center, and I'm going to put on the fork. When I build up the front fork over here on the bike, I'll true this to the bike. So I'll put all assemble all together and true it on the bike and center it in the bike. That way I know it's right, because what Harley tells you and what the real world is not always the same. But you can see how the drum is centered up pretty good in here right now. And if we spun it in my truing stand, we could see it was pretty straight. So, and right now you got a bunch of loose spokes in here, here and there. So there's some loose ones. It'll repeat too. See, all these will be loose all the way around probably. See, every one of those is loose, and every one of these underneath is tight. See, except that one, that was loose. Tight, tight. So only that one was loose. All the other ones are tight. And the bottom row will be the same thing. There'll be loose ones. So this one here is loose. See, this one's the tight one. This one's fighting against this other one going this way. So these two here are the ones that are tight, and they're pulling opposite of each other. One's top, one's bottom. So these are two that are fighting. These other two are loose, so that's why they're loose. but it's pretty close, not a big difference. And you also look through to make sure that we already know we left one thread here where you can see. Now if it goes deeper than that, you don't know exactly how far you are. Then you look up on here, the holes over here, and you see how deep these are. Now you can see how the threads are still an 1/8 inch down in there. They're pretty deep in. So these spokes are actually a little bit on the short side. They could have been another 1/8 inch more because they're way, way down in there. So now they will pull up a little bit when you start torquing them, but they're not going to come up flush. So these spokes are made just a little bit short. Oh well, production variations probably. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get the other one going. We'll do the same thing on that one.